has been said that future favors the bold, and I can tell you that we really need bold decisions here at COP26. So we'll have to hope that that is right. And I think that the speakers that we will hear from today at this meeting will really show that they have taken the bold decisions and that it has truly also favored them. So I think we can all learn from their experiences, and I hope this message also reaches all the delegates here at the COP26 meeting, because boldness is very much necessary at this time of age.
The latest IPCC report was rightly described as a code red for humanity. It should also be regarded as a code red for the automotive industry. We have a moral responsibility to quickly become part of the solution. There is no time for further delay, no time to delay in electrifying our fleets, and no time to delay in meeting science-based deadlines for the end of ICE sales, and no time to delay in decarbonising our business. The IEA and UN has made clear that there must be 100% zero tailpipe emission vehicle sales in leading markets by 2035 and globally by 2040. Volvo Cars is planning to be a fully electric car company by 2030. In all regions without conditions. By 2025, we're aiming for 50% of our global sales to be fully electric, the rest hybrids. This is one of the most ambitious strategies within the established industry.
Pioneering companies have an important role to play to turn the impossible into possible paths to take. We must allow for innovations to be commercialized and allow for pioneers to succeed. That's how we can inspire others to follow and make change happen. SSAB will move away from coal and fossil fuels and instead use fossil-free electricity, hydrogen, and biocarbon. But to make the change happen, we need bold decisions at COP26 and in the coming years. SSAB believes it must cost more to emit. The world needs strong carbon pricing instruments that makes the case for transition.
So, are you ready for the decarbonisation of the transportation sector?
The simple answer is yes. And we answer in many different ways, but the one that people probably are most excited about is that we actually now bring heavy commercial vehicles fully electrified, so zero tailpipe emission, to the market. We just brought our first truck model last year, we're bringing in another one this year, and then we're going to continue to bring in battery electric heavy vehicles, one new model all the way up until 2030. On top of that, of course, we need to handle the rolling population. And the combustion engines are there. So even if we reach our very ambitious targets to reach 50% BEV sales in 2030, still 90% of all heavy commercial vehicles in the world will be with a combustion engine. So we need to address that too. And that we're doing by promoting alternative fuels.
The electric transformation has begun. And everyone is talking about how we can accelerate the development. The question is now, how fast do we need to accelerate to show up in time for the climate crisis, for the world and everyone working in our industry? And how do we use this window of opportunity to go for full decarbonization and circular inclusive mobility? It will take a massive mind shift and the courage to redirect our efforts and resources into this new technology. And Transportation Day has been one of hopeful commitments, but also commitments that are simply not enough. And worst case, the lack of attendance from major industry players. Regardless, we are continuing to build the climate echo chamber, saying that we are doing enough. And here in the Swedish pavilion, it's easy to get the impression everyone is trying hard and we are doing what it takes. The hard truth is we can and must do more.
One key element of that is, of course, price on carbon. The more we are incorporating the price on carbon on a public scale, regions, countries, cities, what have you, but also corporate scale. And what is very positive to see is that more and more corporations are actually incorporating price on carbon as a very important part of your decisions. Because you know that many of your decisions will last not only 1 or 2 years, but many years. And then you don't want to sit with an asset that might be a stranded asset in like 3 or 4 or 5 years.
We have been really talking a lot about those subsidies. We're talking about 167 billion in sponsoring the fossil fuel industry. And that's an amount that has built up since the start of this meeting. We need to end those because the pledges will mean nothing if we on the same time give money to the problem we want to stop. And today is a big day because the fossil fuel subsidized phase out has made it into the draft text here at COP26. We will see what happens. There's a lot of countries that don't like it, but I would like to give a climate love to COP26 for having that text in the agreement draft. I hope.
It's estimated that globally, between now and 2050, we need to invest over $4 trillion per year in energy transition technologies to secure a livable future. Currently, we're investing just under $1 trillion a year, leaving more than a $3 trillion gap annually. No government and no company can close this gap alone. To mobilize the capital necessary to maintain a livable future will require everyone's participation. Earlier this year, I co-founded Galvanize Climate Solutions to do my part towards resolving our climate crisis. Galvanize aims to identify, accelerate, and scale companies that contribute meaningful solutions to securing a livable future. We are solely focused on mobilizing and deploying the capital and expertise needed to accelerate important and equitable climate solutions.
There is no such thing as a one-size-fits-all communication strategy, and definitely no such thing as just presenting the numbers. Much of the mess we find ourselves in now is because of a failure in communications and a failure in consistent sector-wide collaboration that is entrenched in evidence and entrenched in data. And our priorities and policies from local to multilateral levels reflect that failure. We have the technology, and we have more in the pipeline. We have the science, and we have the human ingenuity to contribute our unique skill sets to confronting and overcoming this climate crisis. And yet we still find ourselves in this current conundrum. Well, let's start by all getting on the same page and identifying the key takeaways of what we can do as individuals who want to see a better planet for our children.
Industry and technology, smart climate technologies will stand for, or at least we count, that it will stand for more than 50% of the carbon dioxide reductions to 2050. And we see how the industry is ready to do that. Now this will require innovation. It will require hope. We learned this here today as well. It will require some business acumen and lots of guts as well. And we see individual guts, but also company guts and also policy-making guts. And I'm happy to see that we have some of the sharpest and the smartest and fastest moving companies here today with us in pioneering the possible to keep the 1.5 alive.